Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Friday, July 20th, I think it is. No, 21st. 21st, July 21st. Happy weekend. I hope you have amazing plans. I wanted to say hello, and I'm wearing my Barbie colors on my nails. Barbie. Gonna go see that on Monday with my stepdaughter, so that's awesome. Big Barbie fan. Big pink fan. So I'm wearing my pink today. Today I wanted to continue with the creation codes. I gotta get my camera right. Creation codes work, right? I thought I would do a couple more cards. Last week I worked on Dark Mother simply because of what was going on in my life. And that's what Oracle cards do, right? They talk to you about what's going on in your life, guidance, support, inspiration. And so that's why Micah and I wrote this book, because it is filled with all sorts of guidance and support and inspiration for anything that you might be going through right now in this crazy world, right? Every day, I honestly, I don't keep up too much with current events. I do sometimes, but for the most part, I don't. It's gotten so unreal and so cartoony and um, shallow and ridiculous that I don't really participate in current events much. I focus on my own creations and what am I creating in the world. I've said this many times, balancing consuming and creating. So what are you creating? How much of your day are you creating? How much are you consuming? And making sure there's a balance there. So that being said, I've pulled soul contracts multiple times to talk about, and every time I say no. I will get to soul contracts. I will. It's important. It's an important piece of the work of the book, and so we will be talking about soul contracts, but not today. Today, I wanted to talk about channeling, which is number 25. Channeling. Beautiful card created by Micah. And the message for this card is that everyone is a channel, right? I think when you're starting your spiritual journey, your spiritual work, you're new to connection, so often we have a belief that we have to connect to someone outside of ourselves, and we have to go through someone that's outside of ourselves. And that's sort of a holdover from religion, right? You needed the container of a church or a synagogue or some person that's qualified to talk to God on your behalf and be the middleman, but that is out the window. And the other card I wanted to talk today about is Rooted. Rooted, which is also an awesome card and an awesome message, because it ties in, and I think they're related, because channeling is really just connection. It's just a different word for connection. When we think of channeling, we think of, so often you can think of a person going deep into some subconscious level of their system and connecting to some galactic being somewhere out in the universe. And that is one definition of channeling, but there are so many, right? So you could look at the word channeling as channeling your life, channeling your artistry, channeling everything that has to do with how you move through life. You are, as a human, as a divine human, you are a channel for creative energy, for divine energy, for all of it, emotional energy. You are the channel. So I just want you to remember that today, because it's an important step in sovereignty of self. It's an important step to gaining your own sense of personal power. Realizing and believing and really letting it sink in that you are the instrument of the universe, of divine energy, of God, of the divine mother. It's the instrument of the divine is you. That is the main message. That is my main message that I'm here to spread, and that is the message of the channeling card. Number 25. So I just a little bit, I'm not going to sit here and read all the cards, but because I want this to be more of an interaction with you instead of me just reading it, but I will just read the first part, which says you have the capability to connect to the unseen and interpret that information for your benefit and the benefit of others. And so it's really up to you how you want to use this tool that is your divine satellite dish, your divine channel, your divine pencil point. It's really up to you. How do you want to use your gifts of connecting to divine energy? I happen to call creativity and channel the creativity into writing. I've written books, and my book series, which here they are, my books right here. Ooh, there they are. Gorgeous books. Have to show them all the time. But it was literally a channeling for me. I would sit and of course I had to do the work, and a lot of it was very anxiety filled, and that's I think I did that video a while back about writing them. But a lot of it too, when you get in that flow, that zone, that athletic zone of I am awesome and I'm going to open myself up and just let it flow, the creativity flows through, and I literally was a channel for that story. So that's how I use my channeling gifts. And with doing the creation codes too, doing this, I mean, a lot of this are these are tools that I have used over the years, as has Micah, my partner, my artistic partner. And so that also, it's so I'm using my channeling gifts for creativity, for creating these things, these tools, these stories. I love story. I love myth. I've said that before. But you can use your gifts for anything you want. So just remember that, because it's not told to you enough that you are the channel, and you don't have to go outside of anyone else to connect, right? And so in this channeling information, there's a meditation that I have used for years, and I call it the straw meditation, and I've done videos on the straw meditation as well, and I'll dig one out and put it in the link below, and you can follow along with me, because it's important to ground, right? So you're basically the straw, your body, your nervous system, your energetic field is the straw between earth and sky, between Mother Earth and, you could say, Father Sky, you could say divine sky, you could say the heavens. It is yours to design. So the straw meditation is actually really effective for just grounding, and that brings me to rooted, right? Rooting. What are you rooted to? Because in this crazy world where everything, we are being snipped of any ties that we've had to what the world looked like not too long ago. And we have to figure out a new way. We have to figure out a new way of being and a new way of connection, because the shallow, superficial way that we all connected to each other and to our world isn't working anymore. It's not. We need a deeper connection, and the question is, to what? To what are you rooted? Right? Number 26. You are invited to connect deeply with Mother Earth and entwine your roots with hers. Right? So those are the two cards that were calling to me today to chat with you. And I'd love to know if you are interested in me actually going through these exercises, and we could do them together, because I'm happy to do that, because it's one thing to get the creation codes on Amazon and work with it on your own, but there's something to be said for going deeper with another person, with a group of people. It amplifies your energy, mine, and it creates a new energy field of this work and intention, and it just makes it stronger. So I would love to know if you are interested in doing that, or seeing a follow along video of me doing these cards. Then please let me know, because I'm happy to do that. The affirmation for the channeling card is, I have enormous support at my fingertips when I tune in to the unseen with conscious intent. And that is so true. That is so, and it's so powerful to know that you have enormous support, guidance, and inspiration at your fingertips when you tune in, when you get quiet in your prayer chair, on your yoga mat, out in nature, especially the rooted one. The exercise for rooted is if possible to get outside and in bare feet, in the grass, in the sand, in the rocks, in the desert, wherever you happen to be, and really feel the earth connected through your feet, right? So yeah, so there's a divine exercise for rooted as well, and for both of these, it's about moving your energy. It's about getting unstuck, because so much of what we're trying to get to with these cards, so much of what we're trying to get to is covered over with so much debris from the external world, from our upbringing, from our families, from our work environment. So much is covered over, and we really want to get to that shining bright light that is within you, that you can then shine out into the world. So that's what we're working on. We're working on the channeling part, and we're working on the rooted part. And so for the affirmation for the rooted card, it is, Mother Earth is a part of me, and I am a part of her. There is nowhere where she ends and I begin. We are one. And the card goes into and asks the question, what is your anchor? Right? And so I'm offering in this card the anchor of Mother Earth, because what better anchor could there possibly be, right? We have other anchors. We have our families, and it's important to have an anchor within your heart of really knowing yourself, right? But the question, what's your anchor? What is your compass of truth? Right? Grounding your body and energy system to the earth is the way to find out. You will have a firm foundation to handle every situation, and you will also have a strong sense of discernment, right? Because the fact that organized religion is going out the window and people just are leaving the churches and other places of worship in droves is because of so much of the power control system that was put in place that people have realized just doesn't work for the individual anymore. But the one thing that organized religion really helped with was having a container for the individual to go and just reflect and connect. And with that not being as relevant in today's world, the question becomes, well, what are you replacing it with? Have you replaced it with something? If so, I would love to know. Like, I was raised Catholic, and it was great for a while, and it became no longer great. So that being part of the Catholic Church is no longer a part of my life, my current life. I respect it for what it gave me growing up, and now I'm in a different place. And so, what did I replace that whole belief system with? And it's belief of my own power and my sovereignty and my own divinity and my own connection to the divine without any middle person or organization. So many have left the churches and haven't really replaced that relationship with anything meaningful. And in today's busy, fast-paced, distraction-filled world, it is very easy to fill your time and your belief system with something that doesn't serve you. And so the question from the Rooted card is, what are you anchoring yourself to? And what do you consider to be your compass of truth? Right? So those are really wonderful questions to ask yourself if you're searching right now. If you are already anchored to something fabulous and you feel like you are sovereign in your own sense of self and power, good for you. Great. Good for you. And start your own YouTube channel because we need more people as examples of this kind of embodiment right now on the planet, because so many people are struggling. And so that's my mission right now, is to just be a supportive voice for you if you are looking to grow and expand and deepen into your relationship with the divine and your relationship with your creativity, because they are two sides of the same coin. Spirituality and creativity really they go hand in hand, because it's tapping into your magic and your miracles that are waiting for you if you just give them a little bit of attention. So those are my two cards today, and I will leave it there. I hope that you are having a great day wherever you are. Have an amazing weekend. This was supposed to be my Ironman weekend up in Lake Placid, but I did a small short video that it just wasn't working out for me training wise. I tried the course in June and it was a disaster. I mean, it was a disaster. I don't want to do that. I don't want to say that about myself. I did it, but I was very, very slow. And the hill, going down that big descent, just wasn't for me. Just wasn't. I've had to conquer a lot of hurdles to make any kind of triathlon a success, or just to cross that finish line. So to do and conquering the fear of my bike has been a huge one for me, that I've come huge strides, but not enough to do that race. So I'm pivoting. You see my video on pivoting. I'm pivoting to Ironman Maryland, which is flat. Great. I'll take it. I will take flat for my first full. Maybe my only full. We'll see. But anyway, happy Friday. Enjoy the weekend, and I will be back very soon. Much love. Mwah.